My name is Dasha Chestukin. I'm a senior associate with Cowan, Leibowitz, and Lotman, and here with my co-presenters, Tom Schellberg and Joel Mylov, both partners at Cowan, Leibowitz, and Lotman. We're going to be going through the recent developments in copyright, specifically between June 2024 and June of this year, 2025. Our first case is Hachette v. Internet Archive. So we'll get started. On the next slide, you can see this one was brought by 4 major book publishers that alleged that nonprofit Internet Archive infringed their copyrights in over 120 books. In particular, the publishers took issues with IA's free digital library, aka Open Library, which you can see on the next slide, which works through something that IA calls Controlled Digital Lending, or CDL, which works as follows. The little diagram on the next slide for you. So you start with a physical copy of a book, which is then digitized and taken out of circulation. IA would then upload the digital book to its website, allowing as many concurrent checkouts as it has corresponding physical books. In 2018, 7 years after starting the library, IA allowed traditional libraries to contribute. A library would provide IA with its catalog of non-circulating print books, and for every overlapping title, IA would add 1 additional concurrent checkout. In other words, IA maintained a 1-to-1 owned to loaned ratio. IA advertised its open library as a free alternative to the publisher's print and ebooks and allowed anyone to open a free account to borrow digital books. Now, as I mentioned, 4 major publishers sued IA for infringing their copyrights, and IA defended on the grounds of fair use. Now, on the next slide, we'll start going through the fair use doctrine. The first factor looks to whether the secondary use has a sufficiently different purpose and character from the original. This essentially asks whether the secondary use is transformative and whether it is non-commercial. Now, as to transformativeness, the court found, as you can see on the next slide, that the IA was simply making digital copies and distributing them to users in full for free. IA was not providing criticism, commentary, or even information about the originals. Instead, IA's digital books were intended to, and did, serve the exact same purpose as the originals, that is, making authors' works available to read. Essentially, IA's digital books were a substitute that directly supplanted the originals. Although IA moved the books from one format to another, which was a change, that was really only a derivative use of the originals rather than a transformative one. IA argued that its open library was